I welcome you to this short presentation for Ethicum 2020 titled The Role of Data Governance in the Development of Inclusive Smart Cities, presented by Damian Okebadieke of De Montfort University, Leicester, and Professor Obas John Ibohon of London South Bank University. In a 2018 discussion panel on the Invisible Smart City, urban designer Gio Peñalosa stated that we currently design our cities as though everyone is steady and active, highlighting the exclusions of a sizable proportion of the population outside this energetic and active segment of the population under 30. In a similar vein, findings of the Microsoft-backed initiative Smart Cities for All revealed that most of today's smart cities in both the Global North and the Global South are not fully accessible. These indicate that the current smart city designs are reflecting traditional urban design biases that exclude parts of the resident communities such as children, women, older population, the disabled, low-income households, and the mentally ill. But with about 15% of the world population living with some sort of disability, about 12.3% of the global population over the age of 60, and with nearly half of the world's population living under the poverty line. There is great need to prioritize inclusion in smart city urban development initiatives. This is particularly important because making smart cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, reliant, and sustainable, where equality of access and outcome of urban opportunities is a key goal of the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Social exclusion and inclusion have become central concepts in urban studies today, but they are not new concepts. Many scholars trace the historical origins of social exclusion back to the 1960s French state that witnessed spate of civil unrest occasioned by growing unemployment and socio-economic inequalities. But it was the use of this concept in national, regional, and international policies by organizations such as the European Union and the International Labour Organization that helped to popularize it. But what does it mean? Exclusion in urban cities is where persons or communities are explicitly or implicitly denied full access or participation in the social, economic, cultural, and political life of the city. It occurs when people are denied equal access to the labor market, education, healthcare, transport, judicial system, public participation, and other benefits in relation to others in the city. And it revolves around the concepts of poverty, marginalization, deprivation that hinder sustainable urban growth and development. Inclusion is rather getting more attention in urban studies today because of globalization, advancements in technology, increased urban birth rates, rural urban migration, and cross-border migration. But how can these be contextualized in critical discourse of smart cities? We can understand that the underlying framework of smart cities is to essentially use an intelligent network of connected objects and machines and data to drive digital transformations to improve the lives of citizens. It involves the use of data-driven technologies to connect different components of the city, optimizing public service operations and infrastructures. But while data offers powerful value to smart city initiatives, it can also contribute to social discrimination and exclusion. The argument in this paper is that the what and how data is used, which is data governance, can provide solutions to exclusion challenges in smart city discourse. But what is data governance? Data governance has been defined as the overall management of the availability, usability, integrity, quality, and security of data in a given organization with the intention of ensuring maximum creation of value from the data while adhering to ethical and legal requirements. But in this paper, we extend this definition to also involve the establishment of processes, policies, rules, and responsibilities that foster the effective management of data for the benefit of relevant stakeholders that will be affected by decisions derived from the data. Talking about smart cities, the EU Decode project recently called for a different understanding of data as a common good rather than as an asset in the context of smart cities. They observed that the current digital economy fosters an ecosystem where data is collected and used in ways that create stark new imbalances of power, which means that cities will need to play a more active role in leveraging more responsible innovation with data in the local economy. This is a call for a different kind of data governance in smart cities. Therefore, we propose a sustainable data governance that incorporates data from all relevant sources, focuses on diverse values for all stakeholders, and aligns with strategic objectives for and by residents. A data governance that addresses different elements of sustainability and inclusiveness, socio-cultural sustainability, economic sustainability, environmental sustainability. The quality, availability, and integrity of the data and how they are governed have impacts on how human rights, including privacy and confidentiality, are protected, how attractive the city is to businesses, and also have impact on government productivity and inclusiveness and environmental sustainability, and ultimately how livable the city is. Sustainable data governance should proactively encourage the use of smart city data to improve the quality of life of residents, but also for economic growth and environmental sustainability. But how can these be practically implemented in a smart city? We, first of all, we find we describe in this paper that the framework that can be effective in smart cities include the use of the right data, the right algorithm, the right people, and the right policies. The the right data that contains prejudicial views about individuals based on race, social class, nationality, gender, sexuality, educational status is not the right data for smart city decisions. In addition to using the right data, data-driven algorithms used for smart cities decisions should be right. One city that has effectively done this is Johnson County, Kansas, where the county partnered with a private enterprise to develop a recidivist software that predicts the likelihood of re-entry into the criminal justice system. But rather than using the predictions derived from this data for policing, they use it to allocate preventive and proactive mental health resources to reduce reoffending. It is also important to use the right people because smart city data governance structure should involve the right mix of people and expertise to adequately address the issues of inclusion. Finally, smart city data governance should use the right policies to achieve inclusiveness. Data governance framework in smart cities need to adopt policies and standards that can build trust, transparency, accountability, and responsibility. Sustainable data governance policies should promote an open data platform that optimizes interoperability and ultimately contributes to the common good. One advantage of this is that it opens the door for more innovations that can restructure the economy and improve environmental sustainability. Essentially, smart city data governance policies should make inclusion a strategic imperative. In conclusion, we must say that this framework is not intended to be a tool that provides solutions to all concerns of social exclusion and inclusion in smart cities, but it is presented as a structure that can help to address social, political, legal, cultural, and ethical concerns that have impact on inclusion in smart cities. Thank you.